In a small, sunlit apartment on the top floor of an old building, Carmen had finally found a place she could call home. The walls were painted a warm shade of cream, and the hardwood floors creaked with every step, adding to the charm. She had moved in a few weeks ago, escaping the noise of the city below. Everything seemed perfect, except for one thing. Strange things kept happening. At first, it was small. A book she'd left on the table would be on the floor the next morning, or the window she swore she'd closed would be wide open. Carmen brushed it off as her imagination, but deep down she knew something was off. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and shadows filled the apartment, Carmen sat on the couch with a cup of tea. She felt a chill in the air, much colder than usual for that time of year. Wrapping herself in a blanket, she noticed something, or rather someone, standing by the window. Her heart raced as she stared at the figure, a tall man with kind eyes and an old-fashioned suit. He wasn't solid, more like a mist, but his presence was undeniable. Who are you?" Carmen stammered, clutching the blanket tighter. The man smiled, a soft, almost sad expression. "My name is Alex. I'm sorry if I startled you." Carmen's fear began to fade, replaced by curiosity. "Are you a ghost?" "Yes," Alex replied, his voice gentle. "I lived here many years ago. It seems I never left." Carmen took a deep breath. "Why are you still here? Is there something you need?" Alex hesitated, then said, "I don't remember much about my life or why I'm still here. I only know that I can't leave this place." Carmen felt a pang of sympathy. "Maybe I can help you. We can find out what happened to you." Over the next few weeks, Carmen and Alex spent their nights talking. He told her what little he could recall, a life cut short, a deep sense of loss, and a woman he had loved but couldn't remember. Carmen, in turn, shared stories of her life, her struggles, and how she had always felt alone, even in a crowd. As they spoke, Carmen found herself drawn to Alex. His presence was comforting, his words thoughtful. She began to look forward to their conversations, the sound of his voice easing the loneliness she had carried for so long. One night, as they sat by the window, Carmen asked, "Do you remember anything else? Anything that could help us find out more about you?" Alex closed his eyes, concentrating. "There's a name. Maria. I think she was important to me, but I don't know who she is." Carmen nodded. "We'll find her, Alex, I promise." Determined to help him, Carmen started digging into the building's history. She spent hours at the library, poring over old records and newspapers. Finally, she found an article about a man named Alexander Williams, who had lived in the apartment in the 1940s. The article mentioned a tragic accident, a fall from the balcony that had taken his life. But there was no mention of Maria. Carmen shared what she'd found with Alex. "You fell from the balcony, but there's no record of anyone named Maria." Alex looked out the window, a deep sadness in his eyes. "I remember now. I was waiting for her. She was supposed to come, but she never did. I went to the balcony to look for her, and then everything went dark." Carmen's heart ached for him. Maybe Maria was someone you loved. Maybe she couldn't come that day, and you were left waiting. Alex nodded. "Yes, that feels right. But why am I still here?" Carmen thought for a moment. "Maybe you need to find peace. Maybe you need to know what happened to her." They continued their search, but Maria remained a mystery. Days turned into weeks, and Carmen's feelings for Alex deepened. She knew it was impossible, loving a ghost, but she couldn't help herself. He was kind, understanding, and everything she had ever wanted. One evening, as they sat together, Carmen confessed, "Alex, I think I'm falling in love with you." Alex looked at her, his expression unreadable. "Carmen, I care for you too, but I don't belong in this world anymore. You do." Carmen's eyes filled with tears. "I know, but I don't want to lose you." Alex reached out, his hand passing through hers like mist. "You've given me so much, Carmen, but you need to live your life. You can't hold on to a ghost." Carmen knew he was right, but the thought of losing him was unbearable. I want to help you find peace, Alex, but I don't know how. Alex looked at her with a tenderness that broke her heart. You already have. You helped me remember who I was and why I'm still here. I was holding on to the past, to a love that never came, but now I see that it's time to let go. Carmen felt a cold breeze as Alex began to fade. No, please don't go. I have to, Carmen. Thank you for everything. And just like that, Alex was gone. The apartment felt empty without him. Carmen missed their conversations, his presence, the way he made her feel. But she knew he was at peace now, and that brought her some comfort. Weeks passed, and Carmen started to move on. She went out more, met new people, and tried to live the life Alex had encouraged her to embrace. But she never forgot him. One day, as she was cleaning the apartment, she found a letter tucked behind a loose floorboard. It was old and faded, addressed to Alexander Williams. With trembling hands, she opened it. The letter was from Maria, written on the day Alex had died. In it, Maria explained that she had been delayed, but she was coming to him, that she loved him and wanted to spend her life with him. Carmen felt tears streaming down her face. Alex, she whispered, she loved you too. That night, as Carmen sat by the window, she felt a presence beside her. She looked over, and for a brief moment, she saw Alex smiling at her. Then he was gone, leaving behind a warmth that filled her heart. Carmen knew she had done the right thing. Alex was free, and so was she. The apartment no longer felt haunted, it felt like home.